What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. First and foremost, a sincere thank you. I just really appreciate it. It touches me how everybody reached out to me and gave me good advice on how to beat the anxiety, such as breathing techniques. Bunk 1 taught me a real good exercise, involved counting to 5 and inhaling and exhaling. Captain told me some cool stuff about laying down and just concentrating, pushing the stuff out, getting it in like a vacuum and exhaling it out. A lot of you guys gave me some good techniques, and a lot of you guys just gave an encouraging word. And I really appreciate it. I think I have expressed before, the best part of this YouTube channel, the best part about Prison POV is the friendships I've been able to develop with you guys. So I appreciate it. It means more to me than anything. Salute! Love you guys. Feeling much better today. Let me say this. Who sent this Dixon shirt? Someone sent me this shirt. They must not have IG, either that, or maybe they want to stay anonymous, because they sent it, no name on it. I posted on Instagram. It's an awesome shirt. I never even heard of Dixon Flannel Company. It's awesome. I think it's a really cool flannel, and I want to be able to thank that person. They didn't say anything on IG. They didn't comment and say, yeah, I sent it. And so whoever you are, thank you. If you want to stay anonymous, that's cool too. I'm just letting you know I really appreciate it, man. While we're talking about shirts, check this out. Kill Your Local Rapist shot me some merch. They shot me 4 shirts, and they shot me a hoodie. I'm going to keep this t-shirt right here. I'm going to keep the hoodie. I'm going to give away the other 3 t-shirts to show love. I think it'll help out their brand more if their shirts are out being worn around by different people and being seen than just, you know, if I wear one at a time, the rest of the time they're in my drawer or whatever. So I want to help their brand grow. It's a cool brand, and I want to help Prison POV guys and gals, people who watch the videos. I always am thinking of ideas how I could bless you guys and reach out and give back. So here's something I can do. Here's one of the shirts I'm going to give away. And they're size large. They're cool, man. So here you go. I'm going to figure out a system. I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to give them away. And I'm going to continue to shoot coffee out to you guys. I know it's taking me a while to get to the content. And that's something I'm going to work on too in the future, is getting to the content quicker. My buddy Eric drew this for me. Good looking out, Eric. And his girlfriend, she doesn't draw. She does like photography type stuff. And she made this. Art. I like art. I remember a long time ago I was watching a TV show. This dude's name was Stuart. Someone goes, hey Stu. He goes, you can't call me Stu. And they go, why not? He goes, because you take the art out of my name. What? Anyway, thank you everybody. Appreciate you guys. I gotta fix this. Hold up. My bad. You know I got a concrete floor and a chair with wheels. So, talk about robbery at my house. After I get a sip of this Fidalgo coffee. Got a good homeboy named Scuzz. Southsider, but for the most part from what I've seen, he runs with woods on the streets. I've never done prison time with him. I'm sure in there, kicks with Southsider. I know he does. He's a Southsider. Like I said, in the street, kicks with woods. There's a fly just bugging the crap out of me, man. I got a fly swatter right here. I will hit it. I will stop right in the middle of my sentence if it gets close enough. I can kill it. I know it's a pink fly swatter. I just forgot at the dollar store. This fly's been killing me. Bugging me. So, alright. Homie Scuzz. Southsider. Good friend of mine. Never forget how I met him. Several years ago, way back in the day. He just got out of the pen. He was living in a trailer and he's pushing a little bag. He's pushing grams or whatever. So I wanted to deal with him. I wanted to meet him because he was hooking up my homeboys. Some homeboys are going through him. I wanted to meet this dude and I want to start going through him. No one had taken me over there yet. Then I seen this punk rock chick that I knew. So I told her, hey, can you take me over to this dude Scuzz's house? Now stop right there. Someone had made a comment and said in one of my videos recently that sure are a lot of girls, a lot of chicks in your story, Splinter. Not really. I mean, there's really not. But even if there were, think about it. I'm fresh out the pen most of the time, where I was in there just surrounded by nothing but hairy leg dudes. Then I hit the streets. The last thing I'm going to do is be like, hey, where's all the dudes at? Where's all the homeboys? Where's the road dogs? I mean, homeboys are good too. You need to have your homies. But fresh out the pen, I mean, if I had a choice to pick, you know, run around with homeboy or homegirl, I would pick homegirl probably each and every time. this chick took me to Scuzz's house, and she'll pop up in other stories later, too. She's like, none but trouble. Anyways, took me over to Scuzz's house. I get there, I meet him, it's real brief. He gives me a free gram on the house, it's wrapped in a yellow balloon. I'm all zannied out the game. Since I'm real... Whoa, excuse me. Man, too bad I don't edit. I'd really love to reverse and just erase whatever that was just came out of my mouth. That was, I try to speak with coffee on my mouth, apparently. Slow down, Splinter. Homeboy gave me a gram and a yellow balloon. Real high on Xannies, I decided to leave and go break into cars all night. I had that chick with me. It's never a good idea to break into cars on Xanax. Well, it shouldn't break into cars anyway, but on Xanax, definitely not, because you have no fear. You need a little bit of fear. You need to be like, shh, what's that? No, be quiet. You know, do it on the down low. On Xanax, you're like, yeah, this is still shit. I always play that Sublime song. I fill up my garage. Damn, how does it go? I always know that lyrics, but I feel like I'm on the spot right now. The pressure's on to recall how it goes. You know what I'm talking about. It's in the song Garden Grove. First song in that album. And he says something about filling up my garage. And that was my mission, fill up my garage. But you gotta be on the down low, kind of sneaky. On Xanax, like, ah, where's this shit? I want to steal it. You'll be real loud and not even care. You be breaking into a car, steal stuff, and realize there's someone actually driving it. The car is occupied. Whoa! You realize you actually had a red light. You got out of your car and started breaking on this car at a red light. That's what Xanax will do to you. Be that as it may, all night long, out breaking into cars on Xanax with his chick. I end up taking like a shot back, which is real stupid. It's only worth like $5. They're too big and bulky. It's not good. You shouldn't be stealing those things. But on Xanax, yeah, it's a good idea. Throw it in the car. Next morning, we get to her pad. We're sitting there. She breaks out of her mouth. I'm gonna copy her. She goes like this. A yellow balloon, a gram out of her mouth. I go, whoa, I had forgotten all about mine, that I had cheated till I saw her do that. So I, like a credit card, you know, like credit card action, went in there and zzz, checked the cheeks, empty. Nothing in the bank. I'm like, what? Shit, my yellow balloon's gone. I said, tell her, where'd you get that? So those Scuzz gave it to me. I go, well, I hope so, because he gave me one exactly like it. And I put it in my butt cheeks, now it's gone. So if mine happened to fall out, like, let's say I was walking up the stairs just now, and you acquired it by sleight of hand, because it fell out, then yeah, just know that it was in my butt cheeks all night long. And you put it in your mouth. So if that's the case, you need to go brush your teeth, and don't just use your finger this time. But when I told her that it was in my cheeks all night, she goes, uh-uh. I go, uh-huh. I go, well, mine's gone. So I'm going to share with you. Crazy, I know that was mine. She straight put it in her mouth. Anyways, I continued to deal with Scuzz over the years. If we were both out at the same time, which isn't usually always the case, but we were both out at the same time, I'd be dealing with him. Then in 2009, I parole, I get that house given to me in June 2009. I don't even move into it until July. I just stay in motels. I didn't even realize I was staying in so many motels, so I went to the bank to pull some money out, and the teller said, man, you sure just stay at a lot of motels. I'm like, yeah, come to think of it, I've been in a motel every night for like last month, and I got a house, big beautiful house down the road. Just was not thinking responsibly. Okay, so I start staying in the pad in July. House gets raided in October. July, August, September. 3 months I was there. I get out in January. I go right back in January. This time I'm in there. And let me say, when I was busted from October to January, the house mostly sat empty. I had a lot of clothes and property stuff in there. No one really went and stole from me or anything like that. Then when I got out that time in January, I pulled everything out. And then when I went right back in, and now this time people were squatting. They're coming by. Some weird chick was breaking in, decorating like tree limb. She'd break like a tree limb and hang it on the wall. Random. And then this pissed me off more than anything. My neighbor would fill up his pool with water hose and hooked up to my water. And I knew about this, and I was in jail trying to send people out and go by the house and cut that hose with a damn knife, with scissors. Like, I ain't gonna do it. No one wanted to do it. I want them to destroy that hose. It made me mad. I needed someone in my pad. This could be anybody. Couldn't be just, dopey or whatever. Excuse me. Finally, I heard that Scuzz had just discharged parole. He was looking for a place to go. Perfect. Then going to my pad. It worked out a deal. He started staying there. When I first met him, he was in that trailer. He was, like I said, selling grams. Now he's getting like 3 pounds at a time. Pushing a big old bag. I don't know if I said this or not, but he's passed away. So I'm not throwing him out there. If he was still alive, I wouldn't be saying all this. Yeah, he passed away. Anyways, he's getting like 3 pounds at a time. Selling a big old bag. Now it'd be impossible to rob him because he doesn't have any of the dope on him and he doesn't sell any of it. He just goes and scores it Then he drops out this house over here, and then he has this guy does all running around. He'll call this guy to have him bring him some. So this guy is doing his running, doesn't even know where he's keeping it at. It'd be impossible to rob him unless you snatched up his runner. And that's exactly what happened. Reckless, you've heard me mention him in some of my other videos. And this other wood, who I will not mention, snatched up Chris, his runner, saw him at a motel one time, snatched him up. Now some people thought that Chris was involved. I don't think Chris was. I really think that they just snatched him up. They said, take us to him. They show up at my pad, where Scuzz is at, and they walk in. This is a fucked up part too. They walk in. I was going to try and not say the F word. I just messed up. Try not to cuss. They walk in. Reckless walks in with a cattle prod. And hits Scuzz. He's an older dude. And remember, these are woods. And this is the south side of the robbing. So, I mean, think about that as well. Hit him with the cattle prod, and they said, you know, we want your shit. So he called the dope set, and he says, hey, Chris are going to come get all of it. Reckless stayed there with Scuzz. The other wood, I'm telling you about, went with Chris. Went and got all this shit. Came back. Boom, they left. Robbed him. Reckless and the other wood got all the dope. It didn't slow Scuzz down, though. They got him for, I think, like half pound. He just recopped. It wasn't nothing to him. He had a gang of money. Hurt his pride more than anything. Right after that, Scuzz got busted. I'll tell you this story later to kind of mess up how it happened. His runner, Chris, got raided. And then somehow, Scuzz got busted right after that. There was some straight telling going on. I don't know by who, though. Doesn't matter at this point. Anyway, Scuzz got caught with 8 ounces in his car. In the window thing. So he ended up going to jail. Reckless ends up getting caught with 1 of those ounces that he brought from Scuzz. Then the other wood ends up in jail too. They're all in jail at the same time. The wood, who I don't want to mention his name, I think he knew that he might be in trouble because there were woods robbing a Southsider, an old man, and they hit him with a cattle prod. They arrested him on a real weak case. They offered him a gang of time for it too. I think 10 years for some little bag of dope that wasn't even on him. He could have fought it and at least got a much lower sentence, or fought it and beat all together. He's like, oh hell no. He signed. Everyone's like, damn, it's like he's scared of something. He just got the hell out of county. Because he's going to get in trouble for robbing Scuzz. What happened in county. That kind of stuff usually doesn't follow you upstate. He just jumped on whatever deal. Like, I'm out of here. The Reckless stuck around county, and so did Scuzz. They ended up right next door to each other. A-pod. I think Scuzz was an A3 and Reckless was an A4. Now Scuzz went in packed. He was out on bail after he got a couple of those 8 ounces. He went in with his ass packed. I think it was like a quarter pound of heroin, 4 ounces. So I mean he had all A-pod loaded. So Reckless wanted some. So he shoots him a kite, actually gets him on the door. He's like, hey, what's up? Reckless next door. You know, can I get some of that? Scuzz like, you robbed me. What do you mean, can you get some of this? You freaking robbed me, dude. Looks like, no, I'm a different Reckless. It's not me. A different Reckless, what? Whatever, I think Scuzz ended up shooting him some anyway. Try to run with the different Reckless. There's no different Reckless. There are different Recklesses, but come on. Scuzz is smart enough to figure out it's the same damn dude. Be that as it may. Yeah, they got Scuzz, man. All that went down when I was locked up somewhere. I was either Corcoran or ICDTP. Not sure. Also trip on this. When I was living in the Caboose, when I was 18 years old, my dad had got with my stepmom. She owned this property. One of this house she owned, it was an old Caboose. Gosh darn it. Merle Haggard lived there as a kid. So people would come from all over, and it's known that Merle Haggard was white raised there. People would come from Tennessee. I'd be all tweaked out my friend. People with out-of-state plates would jump out, start taking pictures, like, oh, it would trip me out. I lived in this old Caboose, had like a room added onto it, and it was crooked too. You set your sugar down, and roll. So I lived there. I was 18, doing a lot of dope. Me and my friends just sat around snorting lines and playing guitar and video games. Now, there was never a bag of meth there, so we'd always have to be scoring. You know, $10 here, $20 there. Someone would come over and want some. We'd all pitch in, get a little bit. We're just users. Just young kids using, playing guitar. Well, sometimes people figure that out. There's a lot of money being spent, nickel and dimes there on the meth. So they figure, they get a bright idea. They come over with their sack, their bulging sack. They can maybe sit and be the one to sell all these little bags that are getting bought up. Sit there in my pad and sell dope, in other words. And people ask me, can we do that sometimes? And I said, yes. Because then I'll come up off it. This one dude named Gappy. His name was Gappy. At the moment, he'd always be changing his name, which to me is a red flag. If you're changing your name, like, whoa, red flag. Like that one dude I told you guys' name was Vandal. He ended up changing his name to freaking Peanut, and he's a Wasco State Prison getting his ass beat. Probably because Vandal was in trouble and he shows up as Peanut. Like, hey, you know Vandal? I never heard of him. You're Vandal, motherfucker. No, Peanut. End up beating his ass. That's why people change their names, I feel. This dude came over, all of a sudden, his name was Gappy, all of a sudden. Hey, can I sit around your house, sell some dope? I'm like, sure. Separate yours from mine, break me off, this and that. So he's there at my pads there a couple of days, doing kind of good. Then he says he's going to go outside, make a transaction out in the alley. So I live in the alley. So he's out there, and I seen the car pull up, and he's out there for a while, they're talking. And I was going to go out there and be like, hey, I don't want to break up your party, but dude, you're being too obvious. You're supposed to make a quick transaction, get your people the hell out of here. I didn't want you guys out here. I mean, get his number, call and talk to him later. You guys are taking too long talking. As I walk out there, I see, no. The driver of the car has a sawed-off shotgun laid across his door. And Gappy's fucking, he's emptying his pockets, man. He's doing that dance. I go, well, hey, this isn't for me. This is way above my job description. Not part of the party. I do a 180, walk right back in the house. Gappy, you're on your own, bro. He ends up coming back in. He's like, damn. I go, did you get you for everything? He's like, everything. All my money, dope, and everything. I'm like, damn. It's crazy, too. I've seen this before, man. He was wired for sound. He went out there. But when he came back in, he was tired. Because all his energy was drained. He was so bummed out. He fell right on my couch and just crashed. I've done that before, too. I've been real high on speed and you get arrested. And in back of the cop car, you crash. It just brings you down. So he crashed and he tried to sleep for like 2 days. I had to wake him up. Eventually, he's like, dude, shake the spot, bro. I thought you said I could stay here. No, bro, I said you could stay here and sell dope. I didn't say you can come here and get robbed and then lay on my couch feeling sorry for yourself. Beat, homeboy. So Gappy got out of there. And I shit you not, I ended up seeing him downtown later on. He had a different fucking name. I'm like, whatever. He's like, hey, so-and-so. Tried to reintroduce himself to me and shit. What? I know you fool. You're Gappy. Anyways, also trip on this. I'm in that house. I'm living there. And I get a roommate. Some dude, I can't really remember. We meet. He said he wanted to stay there for a while. The Caboose had 2 rooms. I'm staying there. I'm always at my girlfriend's house anyway. I know another chick in my story. At my girlfriend's house, she ended up becoming my wife. This was way back in the day. So I said, yeah, I can use a roommate. He brought me out some cash and stuff. Then when it come time for him to pay me, and I had a job. I worked all day at my uncle's furniture shop. I would get off work and come home. When I was there, he'd hear me do the gate, whatever, and come there. He'd get in bed and fall asleep. And wouldn't wake up. Then when I'd leave is when he'd get up. I'd be at work, my girlfriend would get up and do whatever, run around. And then as soon as I came home, he'd be in his room and he wouldn't wake up for me. Just figured he's going to live there like that. Just wake up and I'm gone. So the dude who lived in front of me sold a big old fat sack. And he was a mean-ass dude too. And he would pay me to let people walk through my yard so he could sell meth. I told him, hey man, you know that guy who moved in with me? He's like playing some possum and shit. Like he's going to sleep and I'm there. I can't wake him up. He won't leave. I even threw water on him. I even got water in my hand and went, achoo! And like sprinkled it, and not even a flinch out of this freaking mofo. I said, this dude's like playing possum, he won't wake up. I was like, he goes, want me to get him out of there? I go, hell yeah, get him out of there. So I go to my girlfriend's house, and I come home later on that night, he's gone, all the stuff is gone, but a gang of my shit's gone too. I'm like, what in the hell? I go tell the guy, I go, dude, what happened? He goes, yeah, I sent Rotten Rod over there. Can you imagine that? Rotten Rod? You know, he's there to do the job. Rotten Rod shows up, robs him of all his shit, jacks him for all his property, loads it up in the U-Haul, even stripped him down to like his underwear hurt, kicked him in the ass and ran him off. But then he started taking my shit too. I had like a bong that was like a keepsake someone had given me and some other cool shit. They didn't touch my guitarist and amps because I would have meant ballistic, bro. That would happen. But I had to get a hold of Rotten Rod. First I was trying to call her, hey, Rotten Rod, Mr. Rotten, is there any way you could please return my property? And he was like putting, slow playing me. So I told the dude that sent him, dude, get my shit back over here. I mean, thank you for getting that freaking loser out of the pad, but damn, am I not entitled to keep my shit? Rotten Rod brought it back. That's about it. I'm gonna cut the string and let it fly. Peace.